Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kiwi Learning, and this is Stock Picks. The stock we're going over today is Micron, ticker MU. And the reason why we're going over the stock today is that, most of our stock picks have been very much about valuation based and what future can bring for these new companies. Like for Helicity, we projected that in future they'll do really well, and same with Regeneron as more of a recovery stock. But this stock right here, Micron, they basically give RAM and produce RAM to sellers all around the world. And right now, they're only valued at about $80 per share. And I just wanted to go over this article today, talking about how Micron can go up to 120, probably by even sometime mid this summer to end of the year. So just going over this article written by Asian Investor, look for 50% annual capital growth. So pretty credible, has about 3.4K followers. But to go into the actual article, it shows why Micron is incredible buy at this valuation. Global chip shortage in its origin, COVID-19 pandemic. There's been a lot of demand for semiconductors in the auto industry. And just going a little farther down, it talks about how in the next 2 to 3 quarters, strong tailwinds for DRAM pricing, just because of a few of the tariffs and things like that China is opposing, as well as just the severely undersupplied overall semiconductor market, which I think Micron will do extremely well in. And one of the final things is, if we go down here, is that Micro will likely have revenues of 27 billion just this year. This is according to the analyst's estimate, but this is about 27+% year over year, and margin could grow almost 44 to 45% by this end of the year. And so it just looks like the growth from Micron is going to be extremely good right now. But I didn't want to only just base off of a single article and what they talked about, how their revenues and potentials there. But I do think this is a very large catalyst for Micron. And going over to Y charts, which I use a lot, not sponsored, but really like how they organize everything. You can see here just on a fundamental standpoint, Micron PDE ratio has a 28.35, when the average semiconductor PDE ratio is about a 30.5, so about 2 under there. Then the price to book ratio is a 2.2. But as we said before in our advanced metrics for value investing, we just are really looking for value investing at anything under 3. So 2.2 is still a really solid number there. And the ROE is the only thing I'm really worrying about. Yes, it is only 8%, and in our video we said that ideally it's 15 to 20%. So yes, this is a lot lower than what we've been seeing, but I believe with this catalyst and just how many semiconductors are just going severely out of stock, I do think this ROE will increase by the end of the year to around that 15% that we want. And as you can see here, their debt to equity ratio, as we said in the video, anything under 1 is relatively good. So as you can see here, at least they've gotten a lot of their assets covered and debt covered. So 0.15 is a really good number to see here as well. Now, what I would like to go over is just some of the analyst thoughts on this. I mean, if we go over to tip ranks, I mean, as you can see here, there's about 22 ratings in total, with a total upside of an average about 44%, bringing around price target to 115.89. And again, these are price targets that will probably be by 2022, so by the end of next year. But I really do believe by the end of this year, Micron will probably hit upwards of 100. So just that buy in itself is probably going to be 20% gain, 25% gain. But again, TipRanks is very bullish in all the stocks that they talk about and how the analysts rate theirs. And I wanted to also include MarketBeat and what their consensus price target was. As you can see here, consensus price target 34.5%. And again, 107, not as much as that 115.89 that was we saw in the tip ranks. But again, huge upside, and with catalysts, as you can see, just their buy ratings have just consistently gone up according to even half a year ago and just keep on increasing. Now, in terms of prices that I think we should get in on Micron at, right now they have a huge level of support here, around 80.40 with their 150-day moving average. And as we were talking about before, yes, they did come down on a little bit of that about in this last week, but I do believe any price around here is really good for Micron. And again, if you can get on a really good red day, so maybe a -1, -2% day, I would say Micron's a really good investment for the next few months. But yeah, that's basically all I have for today. And if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Peace.